Good evening, guys. I wanted to share something with you guys. The other night on the eve of September 29th of this year, actually on Monday, I got to meet George A. Romero, the guy that directed Day of the Dead. They had a special screening at the Grauman's Egyptian Theater in Hollywood, California. And it was so much fun. I got to watch the movie Day of the Dead, and he spoke about it at the end. So I kind of took a video of the whole event from walking into the Egyptian theater until the end when he signed my the copy of my soundtrack to the movie. And they were having a special. They came out with like the soundtrack, and it's called Expanded Original Motion Picture Soundtrack to George A. Romero's Day of the Dead, music composed and performed by John Harrison. So this is what it looks like. I don't know if you could see it. It looks really cool. If you're a big, or if you're a George A. Romero fan, or a Day of the Dead fan, that you would have liked this. And this is what it looks like from behind. So it was really awesome. So I got it signed, like here. So I was saying, it got signed. My CD was signed by Howard Sherman, who plays Bob, the good zombie, I guess you could say. Joe Pilato, who plays Rhodes, the evil guy, Rhodes, and of course George Romero, the guy that directed the movie, signed it as well. So I think this is a nice little piece, a nice little memorabilia and stuff, and so it's really nice. I had a lot of fun at the movie. I hadn't seen the movie, but I had seen Night of the Living Dead, which is also another George A. Romero film. So so it was really good. So that's basically that. So I had a fun night, even though I had to wait a little bit. And there was a long line to get the autograph and to get the CDs signed by those four guys. Did I mention also John Harrison signed this CD as well? And John Harrison, he's the one that made the soundtrack to this movie, and you know, they were all really cool. I had a lot of fun meeting them, and they were like really down to earth, and so it was a nice way to end September and begin the month of October. So I thought that was really fun, and I love the Egyptian theater. It's a really nice looking theater. So if anybody knows the Grauman Egyptian, it's a nice little theater. I like the outside, so that's why I kind of filmed it, so you guys could kind of see it and get an idea what it looks like. And again, it's off of Hollywood Boulevard in Hollywood, California. And so there you go, and enjoy the video, and that's it. Thanks for watching.
Let's go. Can't do the floor. You up the wall. Hello? Oh, hi, Howard. If you go side street called Las Palmas, it's right alongside the Union, right off Oh, okay, great. He's still up there? Yeah. Somebody else. All right. We're going to have take the seat here. You gotta do that. That's a good one too.
Director and I believe also second unit director on this movie, Mr. John Harrison. And the actor who portrays the world's most sensitive zombie, Bub. Mr. Howard. The man who assisted Tom Savini on the makeup effects on this film, and now is a producer and director on The Walking Dead, Mr. Greg Nicotero.
Yeah.
And finally, Rhodes himself, Joe Pilato. Please sit down and relax. Howard Sherman, no, I invited Howard up, right? The world's most sensitive zombie? Is he still here? Okay, we're gonna wait for him. Who is he? Okay. We're gonna pause for just a moment, waiting for Mr. Sherman. I think 2 or 3 microphones, so you guys might have to share. But what was it like seeing this film again? And I think you said it's your favorite.
It was great fun. It's my favorite of my zombie films. Yeah. Watch it, and then John and I we were just talking about it, saying we couldn't help but laugh, just remembering the good times, It's really part of why I.
Here is Mr. Sherman.
Don't wait, Miss Monroe.
Sorry, George, you were saying.
No, partly why I like the films that I make has to do with the experience of making. And, the experience of making this film, except for a few moments here and there, was wonderful. And everybody was there to just completely cooperate and play ball. And the cast was wonderful, and good friends, and working with John, and it was just like old home league or something. It was great, and so I don't know if it's the best film of the zombie films that I've done, but it's certainly my favorite.
This movie kind of brings a new meaning to the word.
The film was not immediately successful. I think everybody wanted me to remake Dawn of the Dead. And I've tried with each of the zombie films that I've done to make it a little different. And this one, I think, was a little too different. And the score was actually one of the things that people initially complained didn't like. And then, people like Felcher, who put the bomb on this, there were several critics that just trashed this film when it was first out. And Mike Felcher was one who actually apologized in the jacket note when the DVD came out. But we should hear from him.
Yeah, well, one of the great things, I will say this about the score in terms of themes, because of George's character Bub, which is the most iconic zombie ever, right? We ended up creating a theme for Bub, which was very sympathetic, and then became restated all the way through the score. And
because most of your actors were local at the time, right? Pittsburgh, sorry, excuse me.
No, I lived in New York at the time, and I auditioned in New York, and I met George on the set, actually. I think I auditioned on tape, as I recall.
So you were auditioning for the zombie role. What was your audition like?
I think the thing that I've always wanted to ask George if this is actually true, but there was not really much to the role on the page, and I think I shot and I saluted and then I ate and I sneaked in a turkey leg, and at the moment when I was expected to mime eating, I whipped out the turkey leg and had at it. And I always thought that that's what carried the day.
I think it's almost like a mystery of whether you actually have dialogue in the film. There's a few points where you seem to be so like when you grab the girl that one of your first scenes, you actually say, "I'm sorry." Do you remember?
Well, it's difficult to describe. I mean, my basic thought was, the basic thing that I tried to do as I was doing this role was thinking of all this flesh still works, but just not very well. And it's like, and I remember George had suggested that he wanted Bub to have a quality that was like an infant. And I had happened to have a friend before I came to the set who just had a baby, and I had spent some time with the baby. And it was vivid in my mind. I remember looking at the baby thinking, you're trying to figure out how all this works. If you watch a kind of almost spastic-like movements of the baby, just, an impulse goes down and they have no control over what's happening. Everything is just sort of moving. And I incorporated that, I tried to incorporate that quality of just very poor eye-hand coordination, where you aim for something and sort of miss. And I think I did the same thing with speech. If I had
What are you taking a picture of? I'm taking a video of it. Are you put it on YouTube? Mm-hmm. Oh my god, you're obsessed with it.
The desert of I remember the things like they got crushed by.
So how big's your family?
I know the back here like that. Cause you know what you're doing. I know what you're doing right now. You're serious. I mean, whatever she wants to do, right? Hey, uncovered more fat. There you go. Well, we don't have that. Who wants to pour that tablecloth down to be fair? Fred. My finally get rid of the tablecloth? Yeah. Sure. I'm sorry, one more time. Ready? 1, 2. Good, how are you?
Pretty good, thanks. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
My pleasure.
What? On the disc?
Here?
Here?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, please.
Everybody wants to play a villain.
Wow.
It's fun. It's fun.
Okay.
It's fun to be a villain.
Do you want me to take a picture? Yeah, please.
Absolutely. But you know you're like one of the most tattooed zombies. Okay, gotta get Howard on.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Good. Absolutely. Can we get into these? All right, 1, 2.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Oh, so this is you, right?
Yep.
You really did a good job.
Thank you. I know. I know. Stay in school. There you go, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you for
So you're the evil guy.
I'm the evil guy. Thank you. Nice to meet you. Nice shirt.